What's up, y'all? It's me, Erika. We are down here to talk about Real Housewives of New York City and Beverly Hills. I watched both of them last night. New York City is going to be short, so I'm going to talk about Beverly Hills first because I just watched that for the third time this morning. Okay. Oh, let me turn 2 Chainz down. Shout out to that Virgo and Ariana Grande. Okay, so let's talk. Go ahead and like, subscribe, let's go. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let the diva know you stopped by. Scoop. Okay, so we are down here, honey. I hope everybody is having a good day. I hope this video reaches you in a good mood. And if you're not in a good mood, I hope it's better by the time it's over, girl. Okay, we down here. All right, so let's talk about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Now, I watched that, baby, when I tell you, this is my song, though. Yes, come on. Ariana Grande could sing. Ariana Grande, that girl could sing. I'm gonna have to give it to her with her ponytail. I know her head is bald-headed at the top, babe. I know she bald-headed right here. That damn ponytail. She keep a ponytail, honey. She keeps a pony. Okay, let's start. Okay, let me get my notes. Baby, I'm gonna tell you, I don't want to talk about nothing out of order, but when I tell you, I don't think Dorit thought that Erika was going to steal the show, bitch. And when I tell you Erika stole the show at that table, because, bitch, Dorit, the shit you was trying to pull, it was not landing, girl, at all. Nobody was here for it. Everybody I'm so glad that everybody jumped in to, like, kind of co-sign what Garcelle was saying. But we're going to get to that. Because, girl, baby, when Erika jumped in and hit Sutton... Baby, when I tell you... When Erika, we're not gonna, baby, I hollered I don't know what time it was like 10 late. I hollered. Cause I was not expecting Erika to jump in like that, girl. Anyways, let's talk. So Lisa and her daughters, they're going through their dresses and trying on dresses. Her daughters are very pretty. Talking about how Harry bought her expensive gifts and he's the one that got her into collecting dresses. It's awesome that the dresses kind of fit the girls too. They look pretty in those dresses that their mother wore so many years ago. Like what? It's been a long time. That was the 90s. So she talks about that they're going to have their the Rena Beauty party at Crystal's house. Oh, that's Janet Jackson. I have a story about Janet Jackson. I'll tell y'all another day. We ain't on good terms. I give her a lot of grace. I give that bitch a lot of grace. I'll tell you my Janet Jackson story another day. Okay, anyway, so they said they're gonna have the Rena Beauty launch party at Crystal's. So now Crystal and Dorit are at Crystal's house. Dorit comes in. She's talking about how she is a hugger and this is so weird for her. But if you notice, I said these bitches ain't shit. You notice the ones who fuck with each other, they hug each other. The ones who don't, like, really kind of fool with each other, they're like, oh gosh, But because it was funny because Lisa Rinna. Well, I want to say that they don't fuck with them, but you could tell they pick and choose who they want to hug. I'll just say that because I don't know what the relationship is or what that means. Because at Erika's house, when Lisa showed up, they did air kisses, no hugs. But when Kyle got there, both of them gave her a hug. So, whatever. So, Dorit says that she loves to see Crystal do her traditional meals and snacks online. I don't follow Crystal, so I imagine it's cute. I love those spicy, garlicky, chili cucumbers that she made, baby. I was like, why doesn't Dorit like garlic? That's some whack as hell. Baby, I'll tell you, I love garlic. Anyway, so she was like telling her that she was going to host the party for Lisa, and it was so nice that she was doing that. And she was like, girl, I host parties all the time, 2 or 3 a week. She has that house. So she Dorit starts talking about how Garcelle has been throwing jabs at her, and it's a little too often. And some of the jabs that Dorit identified were that Garcelle said she was long-winded. She was a long-winded hoe. Shout out to Long-Winded Hoe Productions. And that she told her that she was not going to take Sutton's side if anything ever happened, which was actually true, because when it was time to hold Sutton down with that Erika shit, we love you, girl. We just want to support you, girl. Shut the fuck up. And then when Garcelle told her, that's not what you said. And then she tried to ignore her. She was like, that's not what you said. That's not what you said. That's not what you said last night. That's not what you said last night. Bitch. I want to get out of my car and scream so loud, because it's other stuff too. Because it's not that she's throwing jabs at you. She's not letting you talk your shit and get by talking your shit. She's calling it out as she sees it. You might see it as jabs, but Garcelle, the idea that it's chicken shit for her not to say it directly, bitch, I'm telling you, you would never defend Sutton. That's direct. What else? What do you mean? So you think me saying that to you means that I don't like you or we're not friends? No, girl, we're cool. But if Sutton was in an argument with somebody, you wouldn't back her up. And I'm so mad that Garcelle said, we just saw that the other night, girl, when we was all down there with Erika. What you did with Erika, since we want to talk about what we did with Erika, what you did with Erika, talk about what you said the other night. Since y'all want to make Sutton talk about what she said, I was just trying to get her to keep it real, or whatever the fuck they were saying at Erika's house. We'll get to that. So she said, and it's starting to piss me off. You know what it is? Wait, I have another one for you, Dorit. When you were sitting at the table saying that all your help, that you cannot be racist because your help is black and brown and Filipino. I don't just have brown people. What she say? Whatever the fuck Dorit said when she called you out on that. So are you telling me that that your help are just brown people? Is that what you're saying? That too. You should have mentioned that too, because I'm sure you didn't like that shit either. And I feel, this is what I really feel like. I feel like Dorit is trying to pull rank. And I feel like Dorit feels like Garcelle is not in the position to tell her the things that she's telling her, and she needs to set her straight. She needs to set some boundaries with Garcelle, because Garcelle is doing it a little too much for her liking. She don't like that she's calling her out. See, the thing is, these girls be talking shit and kissing ass and all this other stuff, and everybody be sitting there like that, and then they wait to get amongst each other and then start talking shit. Garcelle be like, no, girl, I don't think you would do that. I don't think you would back up Sutton. I think you're long-winded. And you didn't say that last night. That's not what you were saying last night. That's not what you were saying last night. She looked at her like that. She said, that's not what you were saying last night. Anyway, she told Garcelle to have some guts, bitch. What guts? The guts you had when they was at Erika's? What's the guts? What are the guts we talking about? Because you didn't have no guts. You didn't tell Erika what you said. You didn't. You flipped it at Kyle's house. I said, whose house did I say? Erika's house. Girl, where are the guts? She said she was chicken shit. Anyway, so at Erika's house. Okay. Over at Erika's house. Bitch. Over at I almost choked to death, okay? Over at Erika's house, she's talking about how she hasn't lived alone in 30 years. She's over there vacuuming, doing her damn couch and stuff, cleaning the refrigerator. I ain't never seen Erika pick up a paper towel, bitch. I haven't even seen her pick up a paper napkin. I haven't seen her pick up shit. She's vacuuming on there talking about it's meditative. Shout out to the single ladies. Like, girl, then she said something that was crazy. Like, if I would be having amazing sex, this wouldn't be so depressing. Really? Okay, girl. She over there cleaning the refrigerator and stuff in her sweats. No glam, no nothing, just regular. Here comes Lisa. Lisa shows up. They sit down. How are you? Well, she said basically the lawyer asked her how she was, and she was like, I need to just get rid of this, get this shit, fixed right now, and I will unpack the rest in therapy. Kyle shows up. So when Kyle shows up, she walks through, the little patio, and she comes in. There were like 3 green chairs in the little space right there, and they were really cute chairs, like emerald green, and there was no table. I was like, what? I was so confused. I was like, wait a minute, where's the table? And I kept trying to look, and I was like, is the table clear and I just can't see it? But maybe y'all didn't catch that, but I caught it. I was like, those chairs are really nice, but where's the damn table? Anyway, so they're drinking champagne, making a joke that it was something that she stole from the house or whatever, a parting gift. They get Kyle a faux fur coat. They're so happy about the faux fur coat. So then they start talking about what happened the other night at Kyle's house and how it was a little intense or whatever. And so they were saying that the questions that they wanted to ask weren't being asked. So she was like, well, what questions are they talking about? She was like, I was trying to help her. Kyle was like, I was trying to help Sutton. I wasn't trying to be a bitch, but I was trying to help her. Help her do what? Every last one of y'all had something to say except for Lisa. So I'm trying to figure, what was you trying to help? And what I think I heard Sutton, I think this is where Sutton was coming from. Yeah, I was all rah when it was us. Like, bitch, I don't want to fucking be around that bitch. But when I'm looking at her and I see that she is zanned out the game, okay, we could tell she's on 1 or 2, maybe. But she would have drove herself if she did. But that's probably why she didn't drink. That's probably why she didn't drink. Because Erika was too calm for me. But anyway, Sutton saw her and did not want to have that same energy. Basically, the girls were like, she wasn't keeping that same energy. But Sutton didn't want to keep that same energy because she saw what Erika was looking like. Does that make sense? Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. And then, so Kyle was like, well, basically, she just was saying that she doesn't, she wants to protect herself legally and in society. Erika said, what, girl, whatever. So, you so worried about the small town, my neighbors are going to know about it. Girl, that is cowardice. That's so cowardice. I don't even rock like that. No, she said, we not in Augusta, bitch. Bitch, it ain't no small town. When I tell you Erika was on Sutton's ass at that table, it gave me my entire life. And it gave me my entire life because Sutton almost, I was like, Sutton, keep it together, bitch. I said, you better keep it together. And she looked, we'll get to that. Kyle said, did you want to leave for a long time? And Erika looked all crazy. And she was like, when I was leaving Yolanda's house, and she's talking about Yolanda Foster, who was married to David Foster. Okay. Now David Foster is married to I think he's married to a really young person, a young woman, if I'm not mistaken. I don't feel like looking it up, but correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, this must be on the screen. Correct me if I'm wrong. If David Foster is married to a very young woman now. I think they have a baby too. But anyways, so she says she's leaving Yolanda's house, and Yolanda says boys will always protect boys. Doesn't that sound familiar, huh? So like I said, it's not a this thing. It's a this thing. Bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's not. So she said, boys are always going to protect each other. So she said she got to the house. But let me tell you something. I'm gonna be honest. When Kyle asked her, when they opened the scene and she was vacuuming, I said, oh shit, look at Erika. And then when Kyle asked her, did you want to leave for a long time? I said, let's see what I said. I said, let's see what story she's about to tell. What story we gonna hear tonight from Erika? Because every week it's a different fucking story about some shit, okay? So she says she got to the house and his phone was there. He was sleeping. She opened his phone and it was all there. And Lisa goes, oh, Lisa, girl, shut. I said, Lisa, call your acting coach, girl, because that was so whack. Oh, my God. And then Kyle looks away. I was like, y'all some fucking actresses. Y'all all get on my nerve. And that's one thing about Beverly Hills. They're all actresses. All of them. Garcelle, Kyle, Kim, Lisa, Elaine Davidson. All of them are actresses. That's the fucking part of it. Erika's ass is an actress. Only Crystal's not an actress. Kathy Hilton is a fucking actress. Okay. Who else is on that damn show? Dorit. Oh, Dorit, you an actress with a fucked up accent, girl. We know what it is. You a whole actress, bitch. Anyway, so she said, Kyle said, I would have strangled him in his sleep. She said, I needed to get more facts. She was like, we don't need no more facts. We don't need no more facts. Anyways, so she goes, how was I going to leave? Where was I going to go? Then she said, did y'all hear it? I said, what did she say? I had to rewind it. He would have cut the cards. Bitch, the 25 millions that you racked up. Miss, I don't know how to use a debit card, bitch, but you swiping that American Express card. I haven't been in a bank. Bitch, what? I haven't been in a bank. You swiping. $25 million. And when she said he would cut the cards. So basically, Tom Girardi gave Erika some credit cards. That's what it sounded like. Because she said he would cut the cards. She didn't say cords. I went back and listened. I was like, is that what she talking about? She talking about them damn credit cards. He gave her them credit cards. She was racking them up. And he was probably taking the money from the settlements to help pay the racked up bills, but never paid them. So it's like they got double. They got 50 million. I'm gonna say 50 million on them because you took the money from the settlement and you ain't paid them credit card bills. Girl, a mess. No prenup, and I still ain't got a dime. This is the first time we've ever seen Erika kind of like raise her voice about it. Like she was yelling. I was like, oh, okay. That's the anger that Garcelle wants to see, what she was doing. I was like, okay, she's yelling. Okay. I ain't got a fucking dime, girl. I was like, okay, Erika, girl. All right. So we get to Crystal's house. Rena Beauty. It's cute. She had the lips in the pool, or lips all over the place. Cute, very cute. Did you see when that damn bug landed on Lisa Rinna's lip? Oh, Venus flytrap mouth. How was the holiday? The girls are asking. Kyle was talking about her daughter Farrah and her boyfriend Alex, and he was saying, telling, the parents, I have a good job right now. I'm doing well for myself. So when we have children, so Kyle is really happy about that. She really wants her daughter to marry her boyfriend, Alex. So I guess they'll be happy. So Erika walks in with her boots, honey, and she orders the drink, no apology. And I kept saying them boots don't match, but it was the way that the sun was hitting, because when she was sitting down in that little living space that they built outside, it matched better. But when she walked up and the way that sun was hitting her, Erika looks so thrifty. I'm sorry, y'all. She looks so thrifty. And Erika used to make an entrance, bitch. She used to make an entrance. And she used to be like the theme. Like she didn't even have on, like you would think she would. If Erika had her glam squad, she would have showed up like in blush or something like that. You showed up in electric blue, bitch. Are you about to go to a fucking Prince concert? Like what's going on, girl? What's happening? I was like, look at Erika looking thrifty. Bitch. You thrifty and you old. Shout out to Jocelyn Hernandez with her ignorant ass. Anyway, so Sutton orders champagne and vodka, and Garcelle is talking about how Sutton ain't no good. And she had her drinking champagne and tequila the other night. She was like, girl, that goes against everything I've ever learned. That's what Kyle was saying. So she orders a Suddy Buddy butthole. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is a Suddy Buddy butthole? They were like, they thought she said slutty buddy. She was like, no, it was Suddy. Start laughing. So anyways, they have a toast and it's time to eat. So Dorit, Dorit, she leans her head over to Crystal and says, Garcelle, thank you so much for everything and all this other stuff. And everybody's like, Garcelle, and then Lisa was like, girl, that's Garcelle, that's Crystal, and I'm Lisa. She's like, I know, I'm so, oh my gosh. Oh, but Garcelle, you've been on my mind a lot lately. I was like, this bitch, here the fuck she go. She says, I do want to talk to you though, because it's been something that's been bothering me. And she says, you've been taking a lot of jabs at me, right? And she goes, have I? She goes, have I? And she says, and it doesn't sit well with me. It's like a bully. When she said it was like a bully, when I tell you Sutton looked up like, bitch, you did not call my friend a bully, bitch. So she says, what jabs are you talking about, right? And so she says, well, one that says that I talk a lot. Garcelle starts smiling, right? Garcelle starts laughing because she's like, girl, okay, that's better. Can y'all see me better? Sorry, because when I touched the screen, it changed. Whatever. So she says, what kind of jabs? She says, well, it's the tone. It's like, and the second time she said, it's really the tone. She said, the tone is obnoxious and rude. And everybody at the table is like, bitch, what you're doing right now is obnoxious and it's rude. I'm going to get on Dorit. Just wait. So she says, when you said at the table with, at Kyle's house, she says, well, okay, well, I wasn't wrong about that. I said, come on, bitch. I wasn't wrong about that. She's like, oh. She's like, yeah, I remember that. I wasn't wrong about that. She's like, oh, okay. What, you thought she was going to deny it and say she wasn't saying those things? I think Dorit thought that too. Dorit, you fell flat tonight, boo. You fell flat tonight. You seemed like you was trying to make a power move and it fell flat. And Erika came in and stole the show and you was there looking like, why does she keep doing that? Bitch, why the fuck is Dorit doing that? Was your lip gloss too thick, girl? What the fuck? I was like, what? Anyway, so she says, I wasn't wrong about that. She was like, it's catching me a little bit off guard. It's like you're a bully. She said, oh, stop it. Stop it right now. Don't start, Dorit. Don't start. She's like, do you have a problem with me? She says, no, I don't have a problem with you, but I do have a problem with you every time we're having a conversation that you hijack the conversation. And she does. And that's the thing. And everybody has had the same issue. So now you want to check Garcelle because she has the same issue with you that everybody else has. And they even rolled the footages. She said, Garcelle says, well, if I'd done that, she was like, well, I have done that because you said that I did. And I remember when I did. She says, right. So it's when I've done that. Right. I was like, what, bitch? Bitch, what? Garcelle said, okay. She said, would you consider me a friend? Would you consider us friends? She said, yes, she does. But she feels like an outsider, and I don't know where I quite fit in. I feel like an outsider a little bit. Why do you feel like that? She said, I don't know. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. And she says, I just have a problem that you won't let anyone speak. And then Kathy goes, it's like you and then everybody kind of starts chiming in. And Kathy goes, well, this is not the first time you've heard it, right? So that's what she tells Dorit. Like, bitch, and I don't think that Kathy really fucks with Dorit either. But we'll get on that later, I presume. And then she said, they showed Kyle and Dorit when Kyle was yelling at Dorit, telling her to be quiet because she talks so much. So I'm trying to figure out this exchange between Garcelle. Every time we've seen Garcelle say something to you, it hasn't been combative. It's been like just matter of fact. And I don't think that you like it. I think that you believe that Garcelle has a place and that you want to put her in her place. And I'm so glad that Garcelle got up I haven't got to that yet. So Kyle says, well, maybe she's talking about that you say it in a passive way. And then Erika talks about how Dorit is a marathon talker. Dorit says, it's not just me. And she said, oh, so we speaking for everybody now? And Dorit only did that because she couldn't. You have a problem with Garcelle telling you that you talk too much. And everyone else co-signed it. So you couldn't keep that. You couldn't keep talking about that. Because if you kept talking about that, you would only, case in point, prove everyone's point. So you couldn't talk about that. So you flipped it and said, well, it's not just me, it's everybody else. And I was wondering, okay, well, she had a problem with Kyle. And what you did in Palm Springs, she said, don't fucking do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Why would you even bring that up? You know what happened. Actually, I don't know what happened. Bitch, you know what happened. That was a misunderstanding. This is a Garcelle in her confessional. Erika knew it was a misunderstanding. What she did to Erika in Palm Springs is exactly what she does to me. I said, Dorit, you are grasping at straws. It doesn't make sense. Because you don't like what she's saying to you. And what she's saying to you is her observations and her opinions about what she's seeing. And you don't like her saying them to you. And you feel like she's too vocal with you more than you would like it. So you are trying to create a boundary with her. And you're trying to confront her in front of everybody. But what you're confronting her with, she's not backing away from, but you're not going to bring up other people. If you want to talk about what's going on between me and you, let's talk about what's going on between me and you. Garcelle just pokes and pokes and pokes. What are you talking about? Like, literally, I have not seen Garcelle, if it's just the editing, I have not seen Garcelle poke at anybody. I've seen Garcelle ask questions. The questions you bitches want to have the answers to, but you too chicken shit to ask them. You was Miss Chicken Shit at that table the other night at Kyle's house, Dorit. She knows exactly what she's doing. No, we don't know what she's doing because what you're explaining, nobody has ever seen it. So we don't know what you're talking about. And she says, she pokes and pokes and pokes until it makes someone uncomfortable. And then she acts like, oh, I didn't know what I did. I haven't seen that. I don't know what she's talking about. I haven't seen that. Garcelle says, fuck you, and fuck you. Everybody's face at the table. Baby, Crystal, every time it's conflict, Crystal just looks straight ahead. She don't be looking nowhere else. I've noticed that every time they show conflict, you see Crystal. She's like, I'm not in this shit. I'm not in this shit. Don't look at me. Don't talk to me. Don't say nothing to me. She be looking dead straight ahead. Garcelle gets up. You just want to take the easy way or you want to talk it out? She says, I don't want to talk about it unless you're going to be fair. I don't want to talk about it. With Erika, that was a misunderstanding. So Dorit is just looking for stuff. So everybody says, Garcelle, just sit down. Just sit down. Just sit down. If you notice, this is the second time Garcelle has gotten up to like lead. That she did that. She did it in Palm Springs too. She says, Crystal speaks up. She starts speaking up for Garcelle and she says, you know, this is the third time, basically in her interview, this is the third time we're talking about this. You need to just put a lid on it, girl. Put a lid on it. We don't want to hear it anymore. You are basically proving the point right here. And then so Garcelle says, Garcelle was looking through them glasses. I wish I could have seen her face. She was looking at them glasses like, oh, okay, girl, whatever. Like, whatever, because you on some bullshit, so whatever. So Sutton goes, well, she said not to say it to the group. Erika leaned over. She said, that's not what I said. I said, oh, shit. She said, that's not what I said. You be quiet, all right, Miss Small Town. I'm so worried about my motherfucking reputation. You shut up. Go ahead, Crystal. Bitch. When I tell you, when Erika said that, I screamed because I did not expect that. When I tell you, shout out to the editors because we thought it was just about to be Garcelle and Dorit. We thought it was about to be them, but baby, Erika tried to shut. So Sutton was like, and then she started laughing. Right? You can laugh all you want. You can laugh all you want, girl. I can go all day with you, okay? You want to go ahead and get another motherfucking legal opinion? Don't take that. She said, don't take that out on me. And she was like, what, your bullshit? And she was like, no, your problems. I said, come on, girl. Come on. They don't affect you. Girl, that small town shit is so whack. Go ahead, Crystal. I said, yes, bitch. I'm sorry. That I was not expecting that exchange between Erika and Sutton, and it stole the show. It stole the show. Go ahead, Crystal. What was you saying, girl? So Crystal explains what happened with the girl. She didn't want anybody to know that Tom had been calling her. So then Dorit goes, and you're a smart girl. Bitch, don't fucking do that. Don't do that. And you're a smart girl. Girl, okay, first of all, see what she's trying to do is let Garcelle know, like, I'm that girl, but Garcelle wanted to girl, you don't even have a clue. She really was trying to play a power move. I really feel like that. Y'all let me know what you thought Dorit was trying to do. Don't put that on me. Don't put that on me. If you want to talk about what's going on between you and I, we could talk about it, but don't bring anybody else into it. Well, we could just stop talking about it. Yeah, we can stop talking about it because you know you about to get your ass tore up and you don't have a fucking leg to stand on, bitch. So yeah, you don't want to talk about it anymore. Because I don't want to be seen as belaboring the point. Garcelle said, case in point. Bitch, shut the fuck up talking about this shit because you're talking about, you trying to look for something because you don't like that Garcelle says what she wants to you. You feel like she should be as trepidatious about talking in front of you that you are talking in front of Erika Jane. You want her to be that fucking scared. You want her to be scared like you. You want her to not ask the questions, but ask everybody else the questions. You like that she sits there and asks everybody the questions. But you don't like that she asks you questions or calls you out on your shit. I'm surprised you didn't bring up the part about the brown people working for you, because that shit is whack as fuck, and I'm sure you have a problem with her calling that out and letting everybody know, oh, Miss Diversity Queen, you only have brown people working for you, and then your mama's best friend is black. Girl, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. And then Garcelle said, can somebody call Peter because she's beating a dead horse? See, I was in the clouds last night, and when I tell you I was cackling, I was like, not a dead horse. Call Peter. That was so corny, but it was funny at the time for me. So Kyle says, well, basically what we're learning from this is a lesson that we're learning, is to say what we want to say to each other directly. And the thing is, Garcelle says things directly. That's what y'all have a problem with. You have a problem because she's so direct with you. She's not being passive. She's not being chicken shit. She's saying things in front of everybody and she's being direct. You don't like that she's being direct. You want her to be chicken shit like you because you're the one that's really chicken shit. Well, it just feels shitty. She says, girl, it'll be different. Whatever, shut the fuck up. So Kyle and Kathy, they go meet at Kathy's house, and they talk about the sister thing and their mother. I want to see American Girl now because I'm interested to see how it was portrayed and how she didn't want her mother portrayed. But I guess I didn't know that Kyle's mother was a single mom. I did not know that. I would like to see that. I just want to hear Kyle tell her story. And maybe they're trying to protect the mom. Was the mother an alcoholic? Maybe the mom was an alcoholic. That's why not Erika. I want to call her Erika. That's her middle name. Kim's middle name is Erika. I wonder if that's why Kim is an alcoholic. Or recovering alcoholic. I don't want her to get on me, honey, you beast. Why don't you eat some bread? Maybe you'll feel better. Shout out to Kim Richards. We need her back on the show, bitch. We need her back on the show so she can keep Lisa Rinna honest. Bitch, shut up. You beast. Or we want to talk about the husbands. Let's not talk about the husbands. Bitch, y'all want to talk about husbands? We need Kim over there with Potomac. Let's talk about the husbands then, honey. Since y'all want to talk about the husband. I thought it was kind of cool that when they were talking about their mother, then all of a sudden the lamp flickered. I love that. I was like, that's right on time. I hope that wasn't editing. That was right on time. That was right. But the way that Kathy responded was like, oh, what was that? So, I don't know. Kathy likes to play practical jokes, so I don't know. But I thought that was cool. Anyway, so that was it for the episode. Baby, she said, you be quiet, Miss Small Town. I'm so worried about my motherfucking reputation. You shut up. You can laugh all you want to, girl. I could go all day with you. That's my type of bitch. I was like, come back, Erika Jane. You better be back, bitch. That's the bitch I fucking know, okay? But I think she goes off again and she kind of breaks down the next time she goes off on. But that's the girl. I said, there she is. There she is. She didn't take no Xanax today. That bitch said, go ahead, Miss Motherfucking Reputation. I said, and she was cussing, getting her ass cussed out. Motherfucker, I could go all day with you, girl. Girl, and then when she said, girl, that small town shit is so whack, and she did her hand like this, like, girl, shut the fuck up. I was here for all of that. That was so funny to me. Anyways, y'all, that was the funniest part to me. What do you think Dorit's angle was? Erika kind of stole that moment from Dorit. Dorit was looking at Erika and Sutton like, what? They were just sitting one person away from each other. You saw Crystal again. Crystal was looking straight ahead like, okay, I'll just wait for my turn to talk. It was a good episode. I watched it already 3 times. Anyways, y'all, Beverly Hills is bringing it. The Potomac is bringing it. You know, they get on my damn nerves. And let's go and talk about boring ass. No, it wasn't that boring. Actually, I liked the last episode of New York. So anyways, let's talk about New York in the next video. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.